So hi everyone, I'm Jacob Wells, and this is going to be one of my first few the videos on my channel. And today we are going to be reacting to the first look of the 2026 Thomas and Friends show by the Thomas Theorist, and apparently it actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen some clips of other people talking about it, but I just wanted to make my own personal response to it by the reaction video. And so without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hey everyone, Thomas Dearest here. So I'm in the middle of making a Fireman Sam video right now, but I just had to take a break from it to quickly talk about the 2026 show because we've gotten a whole bunch of leaks from it. Now this isn't going to be anything professional, it's just me talking about my hype for this show. Now, the Thomas franchise for the last
Yeah.
4 years has felt pretty dead, and I think that has to do with All Engines Go. Now, I don't want to hate on All Engines Go fans or anything, and to be fair on the All Engines Go fandom, they seem like lovely people and they're very nice, but I think the vast majority of the fandom just didn't really connect with All Engines Go. Whereas with this new show, I've noticed so many people who haven't been in the fandom for years have started talking about it. You know, people like Usual Bloke Luke, Sam the Train Fan, the Iron Duke, they've all started making videos about it. And that made me realize something. This is the first time that actual Thomas fans have been interested in the show in such a long time. It's like Thomas has been missing, like true Thomas has been missing from fans for such a long time that now that like it's actually coming back and now that it's actually starting to look more authentic to like the style of the show, that's why people are now being interested again. This is honestly the smartest thing that Mattel could have done, I think, because the franchise was essentially dead. It's like Thomas was pretty close to just becoming irrelevant, and I think a lot of people felt that. This is legit bringing older fans back to Thomas, and I think this is probably the best thing Mattel could do. Hell, even normie accounts on Twitter have started talking about it. Like, there's so many normies that are now talking about Thomas. Because, remember, the issue with All Engines Go was that it was just too kiddie. It was a 2D show, and that type of show just isn't what Thomas is. Thomas is a very realistic show, and he has a very consistent world, and everything is very particular. And he is adored by autistic people, and there's a very specific rules and lore to it. So when you change all that, you disenfranchise Thomas fans to not care about it, and that's exactly what happened. But this is a really smart way to go about it. And there's so many changes here that I love. So, for example, I think what I like most about this is how it isn't really isolating any fans. It seems like it's trying to incorporate all the best aspects from different eras of Thomas. Like, you've got the good aspects from CGI era, you've got some Railway Series stuff, and you've even got All Engines Go stuff. Like how the eyes are like blue now. His eyebrows have changed, they're a little more triangular. His number 1 is much bigger. In fact, actually all the text on the character is bigger. Like Rosie's text is bigger, Thomas's text is bigger. I think they're trying to make the numbers more identifiable to fans, I think. The cranks on his wheels are kind of like how they looked in the Railway Series. The frames on his plates are now solid, and they're like, there's like no lip on it, which I think is really cool. Also, he has all these like scrapes and scratches on him in his texture. It's so interesting. And that face, while I wasn't really into the face, as soon as I realized that it looked kind of like the face of Thomas in the Railway Series, that's when it really started clicking with me, and I actually started to like it a lot more. Because the face is still in spirit of Thomas's character, and I think that's what's important about the show, is that it's still in spirit of Allcraft Thomas, or CGI Thomas. It still has that Thomas spirit to it, and that's why fans are interacting with it better, because they understand it more, like they get it more, like this is what Thomas is to them. Another really big reveal that kind of made me want to make this video is the fact that Rosie is now going to be in Tidmouth Sheds. That is so cool to me. Like, ever since 2017, fans have been asking and speculating for years to put Rosie in Tidmouth Sheds. And I love this trio of Rosie, Percy, and Thomas. I think it's so cool. Like, we need more of this. I love it. And also, while I wasn't a fan of Rosie's face at first, like, I don't know what's going on with her eyebrows. She looks kind of like Nia. I don't know why her eyes are lowered. I mean, I guess to make her look cute or whatever. But honestly, Rosie is a tomboy. Her character is that she's a tomboy. So giving her this kind of face actually makes her look a little more tomboyish. And I kind of like that, honestly. I'm really excited to find out about the character I'm really excited to find out about the character of Rosie as well, like, because she's going to have a character in the show, so I'm really interested about that. Now, there has been some accusations of AI being used, and I mean, the promo might have AI, some parts might have been AI extended, I'm not sure, I don't know. I am more doubtful because, I mean, they're CGI models, I mean, like, they're tangible things. So the show itself will all be CGI. I don't think there'll be any AI in the show or anything.
So good.
But the promos might be AI, and that's kind of a shame. But oh well. But it really seems like Mattel realized that there was a problem, and that they seemingly finally listened to the fan criticisms. In fact, in some of the concept art, you can even see Unlucky Tug videos in the background. It's like they took screenshots from Unlucky Tug videos and were like using that as reference. That's a really good sign to me. That signifies to me that they were probably listening to a lot of, you know, people like Tug or whoever in the fandom, and they're like listening to the criticisms. In fact, notice how the rails are even thinner in the new show, which I think was a criticism that Tug said in another video once. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Mattel had been kind of watching some of us creators and learning from us and going, well, they like this, they don't like that, let's change this, let's change that. And I think that's great, like listening to your core audience, because Mattel realizes that, like, Thomas fans, we have like very built-in audiences, and we understand certain things about the franchise that like maybe people who in the industry might not understand, you know. And so it seems like this is going in the right direction.
Me too.
I'm really hyped for this show, guys. Now, all that being said, I still want to remain cautiously optimistic, because we haven't heard any audio. Like, for some reason, this clip that they released just doesn't have any audio, like not even puffing sound effects or anything. It's very bizarre. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess the trailer is probably going to drop at some point this year. Apparently, the show's going to come out in fall, which means we're going to have to wait like 8 months for the proper series to come out. Actually, I think All Engines Go also released in fall, so I mean, I guess it's similar to that. It might be a similar production to All Engines Go. But so far, Mattel seems to be making the right decisions. And also, and also, there's going to be a YouTube Kids series. So, like, basically, Thomas is going to be on YouTube. And honestly, that's kind of a smart decision, because, like, most kids generally are on YouTube. I mean, ever since Thomas kind of got, like, taken off and taken away, most Thomas fans have been, like, you know, making videos and doing stuff. Like, notice how the moment that Thomas ended in 2020, that's when you notice, like, channels like Unlucky Tug, Thomas Theorist, all these, like, sort of essay analytical channels, they started to sort of grow from that. Because, well, what happened was Thomas just didn't exist anymore. There was no purpose. Like, nobody wanted to watch All Engines Go or anything, so the Thomas fans just sort of started creating their own content, and like that applies to not just me and Tug, but it also applies to other content creators. Like, there's so much better fan content out there, and most Thomas fans were actually just watching fan content as opposed to actually watching the show. And I think Mattel realized at some point that, like, oh damn, all the fans are not buying any of our products, they're not interested in Thomas, and they're just trading with each other. So this is a smart decision on from Mattel's perspective. It's like, yeah, like, Thomas fans should be engaged with the show, and like the fact that, like, there's an adult fan base there, it's like that's a market that you can use. And it took them 4 years, but I think Mattel have now finally realized that, hey, we can mine a lot of money from Thomas fans. So yes, Mattel, please continue to mine money from Thomas fans. Please make the show good. Bring back Scruffy. Do crazy stuff. I am ready for the new show. So yeah, I'm quite interested. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad, but hey, I think it might actually be better than Booba. honestly, because the issue with Bobo was like it was kind of too, it was like split, you know, like half of it was regular Thomas, half of it was like international stuff that nobody really cared about. And then All Engines Go was just its own thing entirely. And to be fair, in All Engines Go, it has its fans, and if you're a fan of it, that's totally fine. I don't want to disrespect you. That's totally cool. That's okay with me. There's aspects of it I like. But I think most Thomas fans generally just didn't care about All Engines Go because it was just kind of 2D crap, to be honest. And it was really cheap. And there were so many animation errors, like the amount of times there's been layering errors. Anyway, sorry, I'm complaining about All Engines Go. I'll stop. But bottom line is that I am actually engaged and excited and ready for this show. So well done, Mattel. You have actually done it. You've actually made older fans interested in the show again. You did it. Well done. Finally. It only took 4 years, but you did it. So that was my little mini rant, little mini thoughts on this new show. Rather unscripted, but hey, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it, if you don't like it. Do you like that Mattel is now catering to the fans again? Personally, I think it's great. Just let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all for my Fireman Sam video in a few weeks. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.
Yes, finally, we got something that we have been asking for years and years. Good Thomas, a good Thomas show. A Thomas show that both kids, young adults, and older fans can like. Thank goodness that Mattel actually watched some of our videos and went, let's see if we can do some research on what kind of mistakes we made with our past reboot of All Engines Go. And I'm really glad that they did, so great job, Mattel. Great job. Anyways, I'm Jacob Wells, and I hope that you enjoy the video, and I see you all in the next one. Bye.